Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. As always, we're gonna jump right into it. You already know by the title, we are making some quick and easy, delicious salmon sliders. So I'm starting with a little over a pound of fresh salmon, and I also asked that my butcher remove the skin from my salmon as well, and I went in and gave it a quick rinse with some cold water, and now I'm just patting it completely dry with a paper towel. Once it's nice and dry, I'm gonna go in and cut my salmon into smaller pieces. So you want to make sure that you're cutting your salmon to fit the size of a slider bun. So you just want to kind of eyeball it and make sure that the pieces are small enough to fit on the bun without causing a big mess. So this is about the size that you want to go for, not too big but not too small. This is the perfect size. So now that that's all done, I'm gonna go in with some olive oil. This is a tablespoon of olive oil, and I'm just gonna pour it directly on my salmon. Now I'm gonna go in with half a lemon and squeeze the juice of that lemon on top of the salmon. I feel like all seafood needs a little lemon. So now I'm going in with a full teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, and I'm just going to sprinkle it right on top, along with a pinch of Cajun seasoning. My husband is not a fan of too much heat, so I try to make sure I put in just a little bit. And now I'm going in with some onion powder. This is a full teaspoon. I'm going in with another full teaspoon of garlic powder, and then following that, I'm going to go in with some paprika. This is a teaspoon as well, just for that beautiful color that we like to see because we know it has no flavor. And then I'm going to go in with a full teaspoon of Mrs. Dash Original Blend. And then I'm going to follow that up with half a teaspoon of black pepper. Once all of my seasonings have been added, I'm going to go in with my hands and massage those seasonings into that salmon. Make sure your hands are clean and just go in and take your time and show it some love and rub those seasonings in. You want to make sure that each piece is coated with seasoning. So this is what it should look like once all of your seasonings have been added and it is rubbed in beautifully. So now that that's all done, I'm just going to clean my hands up, and then we're going to move that off to the side because now it's time to get to the fun part. In a pan, I have it on about a medium heat. I'm going to coat it with just a small amount of olive oil, and then I'm going to go in with half a teaspoon of butter. You want to make sure that the butter coats the entire bottom of that pan. That's going to help us achieve that beautiful crust that we like to see on salmon. So now I'm just going to go in with my pieces that have been sitting for about 2 to 3 minutes, and I'm just going to place it directly on that heat. You want to make sure that you press your salmon down onto the pan just to help achieve that crust. Look at that, beautiful. So I let it sear on one side for about 3 minutes, and then I'm going to flip it over and let it sear for another 3 minutes on the other side. Once those 3 minutes are done, you can go ahead and remove your salmon and set it off to the side because now it's time to assemble our sliders. So I went ahead and toasted the buns in just a tiny bit of butter, and now I'm going in with a homemade honey mustard sauce. I can link the recipe to where I got that from down below. That is not my own personal recipe. And then I'm going in with some fresh butter lettuce, a Roma tomato, and of course you have to season that tomato. So I'm going in with just a little bit of black pepper, and then I'm also going to go in with a little bit of salt. I feel like when it comes to that tomato, it's not perfect until you add a little seasoning. And then I'm going to add my piece of salmon with a little more honey mustard on that top bun. But this is it. These were quick, easy, and so delicious. My husband absolutely loved them. And if you decide to give these a shot, please feel free to let me know down in the comments. I love to hear when you all try things and you love them. So I decided to pair it with some sweet potato fries. But that is it with this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.